I'd like to take a moment to thank my channel members. Thank you. It's continued support like yours that keeps this channel growing. And if you haven't already, please consider joining today. Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Masters of the Universe Too Bad Double-Headed Evil Strategist, and I love this toy. And this is brand new. This just came out via Mattel Creations last week, and it sold out really quick. The set here is sold for approximately $50, and this specific figure set is done in the filmation cartoon style. And I wanted to get two of these, and you'll see why in a moment, but at the price of $50, which by the way, it's a completely fair price for what you're getting, but at $50 I could really only get one right now. Really wish I would have gotten two, and I'll explain why in just a moment. So we're going to do a quick unboxing, taking a look at the package right here. The package is absolutely beautiful, what they've done here. So you see here the two heads of Too Bad. You get a little bit of a story right there if you want to pause and read that. I will not submit you to my horrible readings. I am the brains behind the brawn. They're both saying it. So if you go to one side, if you angle it there, you can see Tuvar right there yelling at Badra that this is all his fault. If you go to the other side, you can see Badra right there yelling at Tuvar, shut big trap before I shut trap for you. And then along the back here, you've got the logo Masters of the Universe. Looks like they're looking at that mirror right there, and then you can see the Too Bad figure right there. This whole slip right here, this is going to come off. And then the package here is done absolutely beautiful. So you've got, on one side, you've got Badra, the reckless raider, the ferocious brute, lives by the motto seek and destroy, which is exactly what he does to his bounties. And you can see Badra right there packed in. He comes with that mirror. I forget the exact name of that mirror right now. There's a name to that, but it's that mirror right there in the back. Going along the other side, we've got Tuvar right there getting zapped by Skeletor. Tuvar, merciless mercenary, intelligent and cunning. Tuvar outsmarts any target he's asked to hunt for the right price. And then along, well, I'm not going to show the back just yet. Something very cool that this box does is it opens up, and then there's magnets behind the box here that actually hold it in place. So this actually holds as one solid box. So you can see them both right there. Tuvar and Badra, you got that mirror, you got Skeletor, and Skeletor's actually hiding the torso right there so that we can do the combined Too Bad figure itself. Going along the back, again, if we go to the back right here, the back of the box, you can see Skeletor zapping both Badra and Tuvar right there. And if you close the box back up again, you get Too Bad, which is really, really neat. You got some tape up here. You don't have to get into that because these guys just come right out like so, which is very neat. And then this just opens up. So this is neat because this gives you the option if you want to take them out, play with them, but then you want to put them back in the box and display them back in the box, you can absolutely do that. So you can take that off, and then you can take that off. Right there, I'm going to go ahead and finish taking these out because I still haven't cut the little ties right there. I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and then we'll take a look at the rest of the figure outside of the package. All right, so here we have Tuvar and Badra out of the package. Everything that comes included. You can see everything that comes in this set right here. So let's start off with the mirror right here. Again, I do not remember what the name of the mirror is, but it's pretty cool. It's got that effect where it's got that little lenticular thing on there. So when you move it side to side, you can see the little face inside that's talking to them. So that's pretty neat. Pretty hollow on the back. It's not in that gold plastic. Pretty solid. Looks pretty good. I don't remember the episode with this, so I don't have a whole lot of attachment for this. I'm probably going to put this inside of Eternia and just leave it in there. So there it is. Or maybe Snake Mountain. I don't know. Put it inside of Snake Mountain, put it inside of Eternia, and there you go. Just one more accessory to add to the little play set or the diorama that I've got going. The other cool thing that you get is, of course, the double torso, and this is, of course, to create Too Bad, which we'll do in a moment. And what's cool about these particular figures is that, of course, they have all of the pieces that you can take on and off, just like your Origins figures, but these ones, you can also pop off the hips because of the leg gimmick. You got to put a blue leg and a purple leg on here. So that's it's pretty cool, but it is important to note that these figures, you can pop off the legs, where mostly Origins figures, you don't want to do that. So there you go. And by the looks of it, this whole thing is done in blue, and then the purple side is painted on. You can see inside of the shoulder cavity right there, it is in blue. And in fact, on my copy, they sprayed a little light on the back of Badra's neck right there. There you go. Taking a look at the figures themselves, you got, again, Tuvar. Let's start with him. These guys look a little simplified. Again, these are done in the Filmation cartoon style, so it's a little more simplified. And this is what I was talking about, where I wanted to get two of these sets, right? Because I really, what I want to do is I want to have a Tuvar and a Badra in my diorama, and then I also want to have a 2-bed in my diorama. More figures, better, right? That's just the way I set mine up. And that's kind of why I wanted to get 2 of these, is so that I could have a 2-bed figure and a Tuvar and a Badra by themselves. You're going to get either or. You're either going to get Tuvar and Badra, or you're going to get 2-bed. There's no way you're going to get all 3 unless you buy 2 of these sets. So now, as I understand it, rumor has it that Origins will have a 2-bed figure coming out later on, and that one's going to be done in the Origin style, not in the animation style. So fingers crossed that happens. And then what I'll do is I'll be happy to just pick up the 2-bed figure and have an animation style Tuvar and Badra, and then just have like an Origin style 2-bed on my display. Perfectly happy with that. So I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, that 2-bed is going to get released eventually. So here we have Tuvar, and again, in the animation style, so it's going to be a little smoother, a little more simplistic than the Origin style figures. But taking a look at him so you can see what he looks like, very, very nice. You got the ball jointed head, shoulders go in and out, forward and backwards all the way around, rotation and bend at the elbow, rotation and bend at the wrist, rotation at the waist. Hips can go forward, backwards, in and out. Of course, these can also pop off. We know that already. We'll see that in a moment. Knees can bend. You got about 3 clicks on the knees. Rotation above the boot cuff right there, rotation at the ankle, up and down at the ankle. And the articulation is going to be pretty much the same for both of these figures. So there you go. So you can take a look at Tuvar, see what he looks like. And the very nice thing about these figures is that I did not have any issues with their articulation out of the box. I did not have to boil any of these parts to get them to move. So like my Cobra Khan, not my Cobra Khan, my Fangor, his elbow just snapped out of the package. The first time I tried to pose him, the elbow just snapped off. And I've had several figures coming from Mattel Creations, the last couple of figures, they've had one joint, whether it be an elbow or a knee or something, that I've had to boil and soften off before I can move it. With these figures, they've all been able to move right out of the package without any issues. So I'm hoping that means that maybe Mattel is finally listening and they're taking care of these QC issues before shipping these figures out, because we are spending quite a bit of money on these. So again, there's Badra right there, so you can take a good look at him all the way around. Looking very, very cool. So, of course, Skeletor is going to come in and say, one more thing I forgot to mention is that this comes with the mini comic. And the cool thing about the mini comic is that it's the same story, but it's being told from the point of view of each character. So you can start with Tuvar's story, or you can start with Badra's story. Either way, they're going to come all the way to the middle. And when you get to the middle, you've got Skeletor blasting them and turning them into 2-bed right there. So you don't want to work together? Well, too bad. And it just blasts them and turns them into into 2-bed, which is pretty cool. So the Skeletor can come in right here. We'll set the mirror off to the side, and Skeletor can come and blast them into 2-bed. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to take Tuvar's arm. We're going to pop the arm off. We're going to take his head off, and we're going to pop his leg off right there. And then this gets set off to the side. So there's Tuvar's side. Same thing with Badra. We're going to take his head. We're going to pop off his shoulder, and we're going to pop off his left leg. And again, this is going to be left over. You could, I guess, take the arms, and the legs for one of these, put them on the other, find some random head, and make yourself another custom figure with that. And then we'll pop these on. Didn't think I felt the pop there. There you go. This feature that they've done for Origins, where you can take mix and match parts like this is absolutely brilliant. And you know, for the most part, it's been used just by fans to make custom figures, but now they're actually applying it to stuff like this. It's just so cool to see it in practice. Let's see if his head pops in. His head, this Tuvar head is a little loose. Like, taking him out of the package, his head fell off. I mean, it goes in there kind of softly, but it doesn't take a whole lot to pop it off. And it's definitely the head, not the ball joint, because I'm experiencing the same thing here. It doesn't take a lot of pressure to pop it off. But anyway, there it is. There is your animation style, cartoon style Origins Too Bad all set up. And this is cool. This is really, really neat. Too Bad is one of the figures I did not have as a kid. So it's very cool to finally have one, and especially in this animation style. But again, I really hope we get one done in the origin style, so he'll have like the little scales on his skin and maybe get some weapons and whatnot. That way I can have all three on my display. So there you go. Very, very cool. It is worth mentioning, I'm going to leave. I have my Skeletor leaning back right now because I have him standing on top of Snake Mountain. So, and I'm going to put him right back, so I'm not going to change his ankles, because his ankles are set perfectly to stand where I had him. So I'm just going to leave him leaning against the back right there. This video is about Too Bad anyway. It is worth mentioning that we got of course, we got the two figures and then the torso. We also got the mirror itself. We did not get any weapons for this guy. No accessories other than this. We didn't get any accessories. So it's kind of a shame that we didn't get like his shield. He had an orange shield originally. Would have been cool to have that. Maybe some guns. The artwork does have him show him some guns, or maybe even a mace. So I'm going to go through my bag of parts and find some weapons to give him, or give them actually, because I think I'm going to display them as Tuvar and Badra. I don't know yet, but I'm going to look through my bag of weapons and parts and find something to give them out of there. So, yep, there you go. I think that about does it for the Mattel Creations Tuvar and Badra 2-pack that turned into Too Bad. These went for sale on Mattel Creations, and they sold out in about an hour, probably because everybody was getting at least two, like I was saying. So they sold out pretty quick. So hopefully you got one. If you didn't, if you missed out, don't worry. In San Diego Comic-Con, Mattel did say that there's an Origin style Too Bad coming out, so you'll get another chance to get a Too Bad figure at some point. What did you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends if you like what you see. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.